Alright, so just getting back into it. Um so it says combine order. So now we're playing this Flexbox Froggy game where I guess it reinforces the Flexbox concepts. It was recommended by XX, um, who is a community member here. So I'm just going to continue. Combine order with align self to help the frogs get to their destination. Alright. Oh yeah, so I remember the order property. Alright, so I don't know if it's too fresh in my mind. What happens if I do 1, 1, 1 again? Or -1? I think I need to review a bit, hold on. Okay, so say it equals, so make it equal to 3. Alright, so that I think did what was intended. -1, 0, 1. So I guess at a certain point, 3 moves it, or 2 I think even moves it all the way. So basically any positive number. Alright, not gonna lie, I'm not 100% sure. But I know that when I put 3, it worked. Alright, but let's see, align self. I think that would make it. I'm gonna try to find the one that goes to the bottom. So flex end, is that right? All right, that did it. I felt like I was kind of going through that little line a little bit, but I think order is a tough concept. So the frogs roll squeeze into a single row of lily pads, spread them out using the flex wrap property, which accepts the following values. No wrap every time is fit to a single line. Oh yeah, okay, I remember that. Wrap items around 2 additional lines, so that when it ends on one line, it goes to the other. And then wrap reverse. Items wrap around 2 additional lines, but in reverse order. Okay, so the frogs are all squeezed onto a single row, and I guess kind of to think of it as a line of lily pads. So that tells me we need some wrapping right away. So using the flex wrap property, right there. Yep, we just had to wrap it. Now if I were to do wrap reverse, I didn't expect that. But yeah, this situation was just need of wrapping. Alright, so all this army of frogs form 3 orderly columns using a combination of flex direction and flex wrap. Alright, so flex wrap will get it to wrap. Which is what we need, so I know that. Then we have something kind of more tangible to work with. Then flex direction. So I think it would be turn this just into columns instead. So I'm going to say column. That did it. So okay, so I think I do have an understanding of this one, because here it would be the lily pads is green, then red, then yellow, but the frogs are green, red, and yellow, but only in the other way. So then when we form them like columns instead of rows, then by typing in column, it matched. Okay. The two properties, flex direction and flex wrap, are used so often together that the shorthand property flex flow was created to combine them. Okay, so a lot of times you're using both of these, so I guess they have a kind of superseding property. Was created to combine them. The shorthand property accepts the value of the two properties separated by a space. Okay. So flex. For example, you can use flex flow row wrap to set rows and wrap them. All right. So flex flow. Oh, I think it was column that needed to be wrapped, right? So now we just did the same thing, but in a simpler way. So we knew that it needed to be wrapped, and that was done in the last lesson. And now we knew that they needed to be columns. So this kind of lets us combine it into one line. Yeah. So the frogs are spread all over the pond, but the lily pads are bunched at the top. You can use a line content to set how multiple lines are spaced apart from each other. This property takes the following values: flex start, flex end, center, space between, space around, stretch. This can be confusing, but a line content determines the space between lines, while align items determines the items as a whole are aligned within the container. Okay? When there is only one line. Align content has no effect. So I think what we're trying to do is make it so that the way these are aligned is that there's a huge space in between them, if you notice. But we don't want that. We want to kind of squeeze together. We want it so that it wraps to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. Um, so what does that look like? Um, I guess we want no space. I mean, or space evenly. I think it's. Oh, I would say, okay, here's what I would say are packed at the top of the container. So I would say, so this flex start. Okay, so align content is flex start because we want it to be packed at the start. There we go. That was it. All right, so item 20, so level 22. Now the current has bunched the lily pads. All right, so this is already kind of looking at it. It's going to be the same property. I know it's going to have a line content, but it's going to be packed at the bottom. So what does packed at the bottom mean? Flex start. I think it's flexed end. I would just say it's flex end. So flex start is packed at the top, and it looked like it needed to be packed at the bottom. So it was packed at the bottom. All right, there we go. So level 23. Frogs have had a party, but it is time to go home. Use a combination of flex direction and aligned content to get them to their lily pads. Okay, so I would say that there needs to be some centering going on. At the very least. Well, one, flex direction. Okay, so it's yellow, then green, 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 red. And this is a yellow, green, 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 red. But it's coming from right to left. So I would say this needs column reverse. Okay, column reverse. Flex direction should be column reverse. Let's see. Flex direction should be column reverse. Okay. And now, I guess I would want it packed at the center, so align content. Anything centered. I would just say center. I think it'll pack it to the center. Bang. There it is. All right. I'm getting it. The only thing I probably don't get, admittedly, is order. Bring the frogs home one last time by using the CSS properties you've learned. Alright, Alright, so this is like the final boss of the game. Alright, so let's just kind of start by. Wow, I don't know. If I make it a column, it'll make it red, green, green, green. So I think what we got. Okay, so I think what we got to do is get the order at least right. Okay, actually, I'm gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it. Row reverse. Maybe column reverse. And I'm gonna mess with the order a little bit. I think maybe. All right. So order's not working. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is try to see if I can get a better understanding of the order in Flexbox. So I'm gonna get a link from W3 Schools and try plugging that in. is how order works. Yeah, the only thing that's kind of throwing me off is there's no like divs or anything. I just kind of have to go with that. The lily pads themselves and just make the class for it. So yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna gather more information. Then when I figure out the answer, um, I'm going to kind of get back to it. But I'm just gonna kind of hold up here. But very close, literally at the last one. Figuring this out. But yeah, I kind of think I need more information for that. So I'm just gonna continue on to the other tutorials. So learn topography by building a nutrition label. Alright. So we're starting up at 48. I think maybe we just finish it. Maybe it'll eventually be learned in one of these tutorials someday. 48. The bottom borders under your daily value. Just want to make sure the mic's working. Alright. Bottom borders under your daily value, saturated fat, 1G, 5% elements do not extend the full width of the label. Add no divider to the class of these two elements. Alright, so so that would be bold rate. Alright, so that would be bold rate and indent. So bold rate, indent. Oh wait, hold on. No, so I think that would be, yeah, that would be indent and bold rate. So for indent and bold rate, that indent and dot bold rate. I think this is how I do it. Oh, just folder 8. Hold on. Actually, well, I don't know. I'm looking for the code. All right, so I think I should just import a class. That would make the border 0. Is that anywhere in here? Is there anything like that in here? Where the border has been made? And what border? Hold on. Oh, add no divider. Okay, so no divider must be the the class. Is there a class called no divider? Oh, so I think we're gonna build it. Alright, I think I jumped the gun. So we didn't build that class yet. That's what it is. So I'm gonna call it no divider. To the class, kind of a tribute, kind of. Alright. Let's see, no divider. And then no divider. Let's check it out. Okay, that code did not work. Your P element with the text daily value should not have no divider add to the class attribute. You do not remove the existing classes. Oh, should have no divider. So the P element. Oh, okay. I didn't put it in. I think that's what it is. I thought I put it in. So I think that should work. So the no divider has been a class that's not been made yet. We put where it told us to put it. All right, so the code now passes. All right, I struggled. Not gonna lie. Yeah, and I mean, I will kind of say that I kind of did this whole thing to kind of just show where I struggle, so that I guess when I eventually do get programming and everything very very well, I'll always be able to go back. Um, people learn to code can always go back and see that you can struggle and then just kind of continue to go move through that struggle. Um, you know, and just kind of always continue to make progress. This is a Pro Struggle channel. Step 49. The not pseudo selector can be used to select all elements that do not match the given CSS rule. The not pseudo selector can be used also, to select all elements that do not match the given CSS rule. Okay, so a new concept, kind of unfamiliar. The above selects all div elements without an ID of example. All right, because that pound sign refers to an ID, if I'm correct. So anything not having this CSS rule, okay, I can understand that. So modify your daily value p class selected to exclude the no divider elements. Okay. So I think I would just add it here because that would be in conjunction to that. So, oh, okay. So I think I make it not. And have class equal no divider. I don't think that's right. I don't know. Okay, here's how it's supposed to look. Should have a class dot daily value. All right. Let's see. So it is a paragraph that, yeah. So this code's kind of wrong. P, then not. Dot not no divider. Okay, so it was a dot. Okay, I kind of see that because this is how you invoke a class. So this is kind of referring to a class, and then it's not, and it's a P element. All right. Oh, actually, the P element has nothing to do with it. I think it's just the not. All right, so that's all that changed. All right, well, I'll learn that. Now that you have to add separate dividers below your no divider elements, your first no divider element has a divider after it. Okay, your first no divider element. So I guess referring to this has a divider after it. So I guess referring to this as that divider after it. Create another dot divider after your second no divider element. So I guess I should just copy this after your second no divider. Is it like right after? Hold on. So I would say here. I think that's what they're asking me to do. All right, that worked. Now step 51. After your last dot divider, create another p element with the text trans fat 0g. So after your last divider element, so that's, I think, the one we just made. Create another p element with the text trans fat 0. Okay. So it's a p element. This is the text. It wants italicize a word by wrapping it in italicized. All right. So gotta get my computer. All right. So I believe I accomplished that. And give the new p element the class attribute set to indent no divider. Okay. So I'm going to copy it. So I'm going to make that the class. Indent no divider. And wrap trans fat 0, so we're starting before trans, in a span element. Now we're ending the span element right here. And yeah, I think that should be what it wanted me to do. Alright, it's giving me some kind of error. Your new p element should have the text trans fat 0g. So I thought it did, because it literally says trans, then fat 0g. Not sure what I messed up on. So, alright, so I'll just kind of undo the last thing I did, the span. Let's kind of take this apart a little bit. So at the very least, alright, oh, this looks like a broken italicize. Oh wait, hold on. So we got the italicized part right. And I guess I would start, I'm going to start before. because I think it was a very small error. And then I'm going to end the span here. All right, so that did it. I think I put the span before, like after the I, and that was it. And that's kind of what set the error off. Create another divider after your last P element. So that would look like this, right? Congratulations, go passes. I'm about to continue. Let's try to figure out how much progress I made so far. So I remember before we were at just 47. So now we're at, it says a percentage if I do it, so 77%. So I'm going to really try to get this entire thing done. So we have till 67. And I think that's a pretty good pace. And then looks like it's just one more of this until the next project. And then kind of in the meantime, I'm just going to try to understand order. I'm clearly very confused by order. And then see if I can eventually, get that the Flixbox Froggy game to work. So yeah. So after your last divider, create a P element with text. So after your last divider, create a new P element with the text. So the divider is right here. So create a new P element. All right, so I'm just gonna make the P element. We'll text cholesterol 0mg0. Well, I was trying to copy that. Hold on. See if it copied. Alright, so that copied. So we see it right there. Create a new P element with the text that, wrap the text cholesterol. And a span element. Alright, so this word and a span element. And give that span element the class of bold. Alright, so we're going to go class equals bold. Let's continue on. Wrap the text 0% in another span element. So we have 0%. the class of bold. So same thing. Okay. Wow, I messed that up pretty good. So same thing. And then nest the cholesterol span element and the 0g element and another span element. Okay, so that would mean over this. Okay, so this it would start here, and this is the first one, and this is the second one. So I think it would have to end here. All right, so and then the 0g will be in another span element. Okay. Your new P element should have exactly 3 span elements. Okay, so okay, cholesterol is in one span element, and give that span element the class bold wrap the 0% in another span element. So I feel like that would be 2. And then nest the cholesterol span element. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Okay, so first thing they say is wrap the text cholesterol in a span element and give that span element bold. So we have that. We have that right here. That's right here. And give that span element the class of bold. Also, I think there's no. I think what it all comes down to is there's just no. There's no span element needed for that very beginning and very end. I think that's what it is. Yes. Alright, not gonna lie, I'm kind of struggling in this tutorial. Um, Alright, cholesterol and 0 MV should be in another span element. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I think I had it wrapping around the entire thing. So that's what I think it is. And then it would end here. Wow. Your new P element should have exactly 3 span elements. Alright, wow. Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna end it off here. And gonna make another tutorial. I'm gonna try to make the next one, um, where I kind of learn the lessons of the previous one, and I'm just gonna try to continue on. So I'm gonna end it here.